So, welcome to the first vlog of 2021, Peach. We're in lockdown 3.0, for anyone who didn't know that, back here in Wales. So it's been pretty boring over the Christmas New Year period. And this is basically the only content that I've got, because being a care worker, I'm working around the clock, unlike everyone else who seem to have loads of time for their horses. We've also had snow and ice, meaning there was a lovely little week off between, well, now and New Year's Eve. So you've already seen me prepare their feet. You'll soon see them falling out. So what I'm going to do is just give you a basic little insight of our little feeding routine, what I feed them, how I feed them. They have hard feed once a day, and every couple of days they have a small bale of haylage. I have been giving it when it snowed and they've literally had no grass to chew on, but I didn't give them any yesterday, so I thought they can have some today. I'm on nights for 2 nights now, so it'll literally be throw the feed in and leave them to it, so they can fill their bellies on some haylage. Oh, she's a bitch. So yeah, bit of a boring one, I'm sorry, but I thought I'd best get it there. My 2020 roundup video is also coming up at some point this week. Yeah, it was a strange year. So I will talk you guys through basically what they get fed in the winter now. We'll feed the ponies, we'll give them some haylage, and we will leave them nice and happy. I also want to change Jim's rug because it's been like sub-zero temperatures during the day. It's not anymore. He's in a 200 gram. He doesn't like it very much. He gets itchy, so we're going to put 100 gram back on him. And because it forecasts it a little bit milder, we'll leave that on him for a few days now. So check in with you guys later on.
Though you're gone far away. Yeah. Oh, there they go. Hey, moving on that road. Hey, sunny day. Hey, even if the sun goes down on you, you gotta keep that shine on top, yeah. On top, yeah. On top, yeah. And even if the sun goes down on you, you gotta keep that shine on top, yeah. On top, yeah. On top, yeah. I'm cruising through the city. Had to get outside, it couldn't get any more pretty. I'm moving, hey, who's coming with me? Swerving on my bike, making 20 feel like 50. Man, they miss me, hey. Got the pedal moving swiftly. Vibe like suns, and I had to raise them strictly. Wishing I could always stay this way, hey. Chilling by the bay, had to make me say that even if the sun goes down on you, you gotta keep that shine on top, yeah. On top, yeah. On top, yeah. And even if the sun goes down on you.
We don't change our feed very much from summer to winter. The only thing that's a little bit different in winter is we give them sugar beets just to bulk up the feed, keep them fuller and happier for longer. They're basically just fed chaff. So they're on all year round. They are on the Dengie Healthy Hooves chaff. Peaches has a smaller bucket, hence because she's a fatso and a lot smaller. Hello. They're getting really grumpy with me. Peaches is fed a combination of sugar beet, Healthy Hooves, chaff, pony nuts, and a tiny handful of oats, just because she seems to eat it a lot better. She gets a tiny bit of pure grass in there. She doesn't really like it. She's not really a hay eater. She likes the haylage. And they get it very wet because in winter the water's cold. I seem to notice they drink a lot less. Jim's fed the same, but because he is a poor doer, you wouldn't think it, but he is a poor doer. He loses a lot of weight over winter. He's fed about 3 scoops of pure grass, and it's really working for him. He's also got a combination of the Healthy Hooves, the pony cubes, which you can see in there, and he gets oats just the same as he does in the summer. It's something we find that really works well for him with his energy levels. They're obviously given supplements. Jim is on a mobility supplement, Peaches is on a breathing supplement and a mobility supplement. So trying to keep them apart when they're eating is the world's biggest challenge, isn't it? Do you want to lick my hand because it's all dirty? Oh, don't be a bitch. Can you zoom out of this? Yeah. Peach, you're a funny one. And there we have two happy, munching little ponies. When they have their feed, I do tend to sit in field with them and basically just make sure they don't eat each other's feed and batter themselves, because she is a little bully. She's horrible to Jim. She will eat all of his food even though it is exactly the same as hers and refuse to eat her own. I do take their rugs off when they're having their feed. It just gives them a little bit of a break from having their rugs on. I would usually leave it for quite a while so they could have a roll and stuff. They haven't had it for a couple of days just because of the weather. But today it is very grim. There's still snow up on the mountains. It is a lot warmer. It's actually above -2 degrees, I think. Which has been the average for the past week or so. But since it is just drizzling a little bit, I'm literally just going to change their rugs over so that they're nice and comfortable, chuck them some haylage once they finish their feed and leave them to it. So that is pretty much it for our feeding wintertime routine. I literally sit in the field for about 15-20 minutes whilst they're eating their food. They get a little break from having their rugs on. They usually go and have a bit of a roll. So by the time they've done that, it takes me about 40 minutes all in all in the field with them. Things are pretty boring at the moment, hence trying to get any kind of content up. We've been planning a few outings. We were going to go to I was going to ask to go to the beach. We were planning on, I have a week off coming up, having maybe a lesson or something, but I don't see lockdown lifting anytime soon. So next week we will be reclipping the cob and carrying on working on fitness. They've had a week off now. I was supposed to ride today, but because I'm back on nights for 4 nights this week, I didn't feel like riding in this weather. So they've enjoyed a nice little week off. Actually, they've had a really lazy time of it over the festive period, but it doesn't do them any harm. They're quite happy just standing in the field. Jim's quite a poor doer in the winter. He seems to, between now and March, lose a lot of weight, or drop a lot of weight as they would call it, which is a natural thing for horses to drop weight, but the amount he drops I'm never happy with. So we are feeding on the daily rather than every couple of days like we have been. They were having just a handful every 2 days just to keep them ticking over whilst there was grass, but as you can see, we're in a bog. They have got grass, don't get me wrong, there's grass about, but it's not nice grass, it's not tasty grass. They're not happy on it. Jim's got an itch. This is why I take their rugs off. They just cannot scratch properly when they've got those big heavy rugs on. And to be fair, he's had a 250 gram one for the past 2 weeks. He was well overdue having his rug changed. Colby, totally off track, but long and short of it, we are going to have some boring times of it. It seems 2021 is off to the same start as 2020, but the only difference is the fields are wet, so we've got no schooling. I can't even enter an online dressage test because the field is so boggy. If I even tried to ride Jim on it, it would end up as bad as the field we're in. And I don't want to do that because that means I won't be allowed to ride in it in the summer. So it is being patient and hacking and having a couple of weeks off every here and there because I'm working round the clock. But they seem very happy, they seem very content, they seem to be back in fitness really well. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, if everyone sticks to the rules and everyone just gets on with it a little bit, we can get back to normality by summer, which is when I'm hoping to get out and about a little bit more. So I hope you guys, well, I'm not even going to say I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a very, very happy lockdown wherever you are. If you're not in lockdown, then you're lucky buggers. I hope you're having a fabulous start to 2021. I wish you all a happy and healthy year. And we will check in with you guys probably in a couple of weeks' time when we're actually able to do stuff, if we're able to do stuff. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.